I didn't put my clicky thing on, sorry, so I'm going to have to keep coming back and forth. Today's video is about food. I tried to think of a clever title for it, but it's not. It's about food. It's about kibble, treats, anything that you can use as part of an enrichment. I will post a group on non-bowl feeding, because this is what I'm going to talk about. One or two handouts from the dog training college about food that dogs can eat, and something else I feel like I've got to post as well. We'll see if it comes to me. But as far as food that dogs can eat, obviously we know what they can't eat, you know, raisins and grapes and things like that. Finn is a spoilt brat. He has whipped cream, he has biscuits, he had some of my lunch bowl earlier, like, just as long as you're not giving your dog food that they literally cannot have, and the food that you are giving them, like a biscuit, isn't, you know, 3 times a day, it's fine. Do what you do and your dogs eat in these things. But I've recently joined a group about not feeding the dog from the bowl, which I always agree with and always do. But a lot of people are buying things at the moment, and I know Amazon Prime isn't Amazon Prime at the minute. It's one of those shitty side effects to the world, and people don't have disposable income like they usually do. I mean, if you do, I will put some links and you can purchase to your heart's desire. But if not, I have been looking at me, Mum and Jess the past few days just about how we treat Finn in an enrichment way. And Jessica finished some Weetos the other day and just gave Finn the box without a second thought. And I do think that's habit. It is habit for us to just think a little bit more outside the box, and give him stuff to do, and he can destroy it, chew it, whatever he wants. As long as he's not swallowing it, it's fine. So I was looking at the things that we give him, and they are all things from around the house. The first ones that he mostly has his dinner in are the kids' stacking cups. These are really good. I use these with the Let's Walks dogs anyway. I think they're like £1.50. They do them in Tesco and Asda. Probably in more places, but that's just where I've seen them. And you get like individual ones. These are good to put food in like this, or to tip upside down, put on the floor, and they have to pour it to get the food. Apples in there. That's another good way to do it. This is from our parcel. You usually get one of these every time you buy a parcel, and admittedly I'm sure we lose them, but Jake loved them, Finn loved them. He loves to chase them around, and we put food in them, and he attempts to get out of there. Plant pot, even if you don't garden, I'm sure you've got these around from, you know, when you attempted to garden that one time. So these are a good thing. Again, you can tip them upside down or leave them like this, whichever your dog finds easiest. This is one of those things that sits in the top of your water bottle, and you put fruit in it. I'm not that healthy, so I've never done that. Finn just has it instead. Easter weekend, I had a Kinder Egg. It was great, but it came with these on the other side of it, and perfect, absolutely perfect to smother cheese or yogurt or anything in and put some treats in. You could join it together. I'm not quite sure Finn can do that. Maybe with a few tries, but attempt it not. It's completely up to you. The other good thing about things like this is that you could put, I think the cat wants to come in, sorry. You could put food in, treats in and stuff, and then put water in and put this in the freezer. So then when it's quite a nice warm day, you just take it out, and they have a little ice cube. We also have like a brain jelly mould from Halloween that I do the same thing with, just a few treats and some water, put it in, and then you can pop it out and they've got little brain jelly molds of frozen food and treats. It's basically all about thinking a little bit outside of the box and what could be used for enrichment. The other good thing is if you have a few things like us, so there's like 5 things there, you can gather them all together, chop everything up that you want to put in or weigh their food up and stuff. Do it all in one day, put it in the fridge or freezer, and is your food or treats for the next 2 or 3 days, and it's prepared. And just when you have that meeting, you can just go into the fridge, get it out, give it them, and you've got hopefully a long enough time where they're quiet and are having fun. Enrichment is always supposed to be fun for the dog, getting their brain working, but right now it also needs to be something that helps you in your life. And if they're next to you and you're watching them and you know they're not in danger, but they're having fun and using their brain and they're trying to get these things out, then I see no harm in that taking place whilst you're on a meeting or anything like that. Normally it's an enrichment active thing, but we just have to adapt these days. So yeah, oh, the gross oat tuna loaf that all the dogs like, I'll leave that as well. I have made some for Finn. It's not for me, but hey, I'm not eating it. But yeah, if you find anything around your house that you can use, that I've not suggested here, use it, take a picture, send it me. I'd love to see how outside of the box you think as well. Because we try and think of it outside the box all the time, like just with what we can do for him. So if you do think, can you have anything good, send me a picture, video, let me know. Oh, I missed the thing.